Hi, everybody. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV Glass Studio. Tonight we'll be answering your questions about stained glass. And I think
And it's the beginning of the holiday season, Barb. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be a busy week. Everybody's doing cleaning and cooking and
People coming into town and people going out of town.
my favorite holiday.
Oh, one of mine too, Barb.
Yeah.
One of mine too.
So welcome. Ed's got some glass demos he's going to do tonight. And
Some pretty color, just a pretty color glass for fall because it's Thanksgiving.
yeah. So we'll share some of our
And we made a
newer.
Rondelle this week, so we want to share that with
Yeah,
you. So stick around for that.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Rondelle's tonight and what we'll be offering in that line, and the best way to use them in your stained glass, how to work with them a little bit. You can talk
Yeah.
about that.
We
But
can, yeah.
welcome everyone.
You'll see I broke my glasses, so
Yeah.
you can see my tape on it. It's okay.
So if you have a question, just put it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer it.
Okay, yeah. So get everybody time to chime in and say hello to us. And MB's got a question up, and she'll be the first one out of the hole as soon as we get back into the questions.
Okay. Is it up here? It must be up here.
It's down below.
Down below? Okay.
And a little bit further, and right there.
Okay, well, we'll get that question in just a second, Mary Beth. Ed, what you want to tell everybody what you've been doing?
Other than just making lots and lots of Christmas balls
Hey.
is what we've been doing, and teaching classes. So our classes were full this month, and Barbara's got a list later on in the show. We'll give you that classes that are available for the month of December. Also, our classes that'll be available that aren't full in March, April, and May. So that's great, and we've got a really pretty piece of glass tonight that we're going to
Matches
cut
my
up.
glasses.
Matches Barbara's glasses, and this is looks like it's a bullseye, and I think it's a strawberry red. I couldn't find a label for it, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and it reminded me of fall. So here we are, and then of course we're gonna cut a little bit of iridescent glass tonight. We're going to cut up this blue. This is a 339/6, so it's a spectrum glass, but it's really pretty.
And that's all we have left from a big sheet.
Yeah, we have
I
that
found
little
it in the
piece.
we have some little crates in the back where you can buy little sheets like that, and that was in there. And I thought, wow, that's pretty. I know somebody that might like see
Yeah.
that.
So some studios don't have little pieces of glass that are 6x6, but we feel so a 6x6 is just a quarter of a square foot. So if you're paying $20 for a square foot, you'll be more than happy to pay $5 for something that's all you need. So,
Yeah, that's
so
all
we
you
have a lot of bins like that for you if you stop into the shop. And I want to say hi to Ed Forsman and his family who are in town tonight. Stopped in Sunday for our class. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We enjoyed meeting your family, Ed, you and Piper, and Laura. Just enjoyed meeting you guys, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon. So
Yeah, it's always fun to see you guys in our studio.
In our studio.
Put the face with the name, and we've met Ed several times and his family, and so it's a lot of fun.
yeah, it really is. It really is. So last week we asked y'all what about Rondelle's, and there was quite a few of you that actually would like to use some Rondelle's if you had an outlet for them. So we talked a little bit this week, and we looked at colors and everything, and then we decided we thought we would just make one. Now this one was kind of the one that we made was kind of an experiment, because I was showing Taylor how to fold the lip back on a vase. Okay, so and then that worked out good, and then while we had it, because it really wasn't much of nothing, we we opened it up into a Rondelle. So we're going to be sharing that with you guys tonight, and it's really kind of I don't know if you guys remember the drawing I did last week, but the Rondelle we made I can't wait for you to see it. So.
Okay, so that's coming up too. Mary Beth wants to know, do you glue frames together or just screw them together?
You can. I would if you would glue and screw them together both. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a video on that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they,
You just.
and they are glued. I think.
Yeah. You
should,
just
I think.
use Elmer's wood glue on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elmer's wood glue, and then that way you're pretty much ensured that they'll never ever come apart on you. So.
Carol wants to know, is it okay to put the unused ruby flux back in the container when you're done with a project?
I wouldn't do that. You know what I have? I have two separate containers. I have the container that I use and then the container that it goes in. And I will use the mason jar until it's empty and then rinse it out and then put more in it. But I very seldom use more than about a quarter of an inch in a mason jar, and that's a lot of flux. So I don't put it back in the container though, because it will contaminate it.
We have these little cups that we use to put flux in, and that
Kind of like the little
forever.
pill cups they give you in the hospital. That's what we use for them.
So, yeah, because you want to keep any trash out of it, because
Yeah, it's
it'll
kind of
start
like your
turning
your
brown.
patina.
It'll start turning a brownie pink color.
Yeah,
after a while.
That beautiful cranberry color of the ruby flux will turn brown.
Oh, you're very welcome. We have the Wolf Sisters from Arizona
Hey
here.
guys,
and
thanks for coming in tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Nice
I
to
saw
see
some
you.
people here that I haven't seen in a while too. Lisa,
Yeah,
welcome
Lisa,
everyone.
welcome back. Everybody, welcome
I
back
told you
to the.
Magali's here, right?
Yeah,
And,
hey
Of
Magali.
course, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for everything you do. Let's give Ray a thumbs up.
Everybody, give Ray a big thumbs up
And
because he
we
works.
can even clap for Ray.
That's right. He works really hard for everybody. You guys probably don't realize how hard he works, but Barbara and I realize it, and we appreciate everything. So.
Okay, just got a. Okay, I don't know what that is. FT. I'm not sure. Okay,
Hope
if you
it's
have,
good.
if you have any questions, just put them in the chat.
Please do. And if you don't have any questions, think of one and put it in the chat.
Okay.
And we'll come up and yeah. So I'm waiting on some contact information, and then I'll be getting in touch with some people real quick here.
About what?
Oh, just about different
What are you
different
talking
things.
about? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking
I don't
about.
know what I'm
either.
talking about.
What are you talking about? He does this to me all the time. He starts talking about something. Thank you, Ray, for putting that up. And Ray put up the How to Frame video, and that's got everything you need to know about framing. The framing squares. I think there's links to those framing squares. And
There is. So that's a great video, Mary Beth. And I want to just take a minute and say hi to Frank as well. Hey, Frank. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you, everybody. Loka's here tonight. Thank you for tuning in.
Mary Beth says she uses plastic bottle caps for the flux, and at the end of the soldering day, I just throw the cap away. Great.
Awesome.
And you can use the top of your flux cap and then just wash it out. Throw it away, wash it out, put it back on too.
Yeah.
If you don't have any caps around, we used to do that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it
Great
just
idea, Mary Beth.
Yeah. Good idea, Mary Beth. Thanks for sharing that with us, hon. We appreciate that.
Okay, Gail's here. Gail's here.
Hey.
We have a lot of people here tonight. It's
know.
Thanksgiving week. I hope you all got some extra days off this week. Isn't Thanksgiving a wonderful holiday? You don't have to buy gifts. You get all your favorite foods. What else
And
is
you
good
get to
about
see your
it?
families.
And you get to spend time with your family.
Right. So that's awesome.
And you get to sleep the next day. If you take the next day off.
Well,
get
you
to
know what?
sleep
You know
in.
what I look forward to, Barbara.
What?
And you know what I look forward to on
Pumpkin
Thanksgiving
pie?
Day.
What?
No. I look forward to the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh yeah, he
That
loves that.
I get up and I since I was like this tall, I would get up and watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. And I look forward to doing it again this year. I get up early, get the turkey in the oven, and boom, I'm on the TV watching the parade. So
Yeah.
I look forward to it. That's one of Ed's favorite things. Is the
I think we're going to do a bonfire this year
I
if
think
it's
we are.
cold. But sometimes, is it going to be cold?
Well, Thursday we're supposed to have humidity, and rain
Humidity.
Thursday night, and then Friday, believe it or not, Barbara, our high Friday is 49 degrees.
This is South Carolina, y'all. We don't usually have cold weather. That's cold here.
Hey, I don't know if Karen's out there tonight, but I hope Denver's feeling better, hon. So just wanted to say
She's
hi
not-
and let him know
she's
that
not
we're
here.
thinking about him.
Okay. Yes, I hope he is. I hope everyone's feeling good this week because Thanksgiving is coming. Nadia says she loves the parade as well.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
So which parade is it?
It's
Which
the
parade?
Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in downtown
Oh,
New
yeah,
York,
yeah,
in Manhattan.
Okay.
So it's absolutely. I would like to be in one of the hotels up high where you're like eye level with the balloons. Now, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be
That
very
would be
cool.
cool. Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
very cool and very expensive.
You know, that would be like that's one of my little bucket list things. And then the other one, of course, is to go to New Mexico and see Larry Mary again and have him take us up in his balloon. Now that would be that's another bucket thing for me, I think.
Oh, okay. Question. Sally Miller has a question.
Okay,
I don't
let's
know
get
where
one.
it is though, Sally.
Sally.
Okay, if you have a question, just put it in the chat with a Q. I just want to let you all know that if you are in the area, in the Myrtle Beach area, and you want to take a glass blowing class, our glass blowing classes are the best in South Carolina. We have a 2.5 hour ornament class, and you'll really love it. We have 7 availabilities for December, and that is on December 1st. We opened one more day. I haven't advertised it. It's filling up fast. I wanted to give you all a chance so you know.
So that's Sunday, December the 1st.
December the 1st, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., and you'll be in the class with 12 students. And so if you're interested, just go to conwayglass.com and you can sign up.
Yeah, and like I said, the spaces, they fill up pretty quick, and we had other people wanting space, but we didn't have. So Barbara added this extra day here in December, and because our classes are full right up to the 22nd. Is that right, Barb? The 22nd of December.
I think so.
I believe
yes.
so. Wow.
Yeah, that's Sunday
Awesome.
before.
Woo. Well, yeah. And I want to remind everybody
Patricia
too.
said it was awesome. Thank you, Patricia.
Saturday, December the 7th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is our annual parking lot ornament extravaganza.
So it'll
Say
be,
that 3 times quick.
Yeah,
I can't.
so we'll have about 500 ornaments in the parking lot, but our little cups will be for sale. Our big ornaments will be marked down. The cups will be marked down, and what else? The flowers
The flowers will be on sale. Yeah.
will be on sale.
And then, of course, our regular ornaments will be at their usual price that they're all in our gallery. So remember, you can order them online or you can come to the parking lot and purchase them.
Right.
This year we have a tent outside, and we're having hot apple cider and gingerbread cookies. Not that I want to entice you to come eat and drink with us, but please do.
Please do. Okay, thank you, Beth. If anyone has a question, put it in the chat with a Q. I don't see any questions right now.
Okay.
Do want to tell you all that, we have, how many different classes? Do we have 3 different classes that we offer throughout the year?
We rotate quarterly, right?
Yeah. The next class I have an availability is a make and take on March 22nd. Then I have 2 availabilities April 26th for the beginner class.
And that's always a fun
That's a
class.
2-day class.
Yeah, that's a weekend workshop.
April 26th and 27th. And then May 17th, we have 1 availability in the lead class.
Yeah, and pretty soon we'll be releasing the cutting and soldering weekend, and we're only going to take 5 people for that class. So we're gonna spend a Saturday cutting glass and learning all the techniques about cutting glass. And then we're going to cut some glass before we leave. We're going to foil it. And when we come in Sunday morning, we're going to spend all day learning all of the soldering techniques that you need to know to do your work with. And we've had a lot of call for that, so that's the reason that we're going to do that class.
Okay. So will it be one day you'll be cutting? Can you just take the cutting class? I don't know how that's set up. Okay, Les Cole has a question. So it's a 2-day
It's a 2-day.
cutting. Yeah, because you're working on a project. So you have to cut and then you have to foil. Okay.
Right.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
So it's a weekend. You can learn how to cut glass, and these are just the two. These are the two toughest things that I get the most questions about. Cutting glass the right way. Why do you turn your running pliers upside down? How do you do this? I get all those questions all the time, and I'm happy to answer them, but I can show you in a class, and then it clicks once you see it.
And then anything you're having trouble on, he can address that.
We'll address it, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Les have asked, have you ever used stovepipe polish?
I have not.
Who is that?
I have not.
There she is.
I have not used stove
There she
stove
is.
black polish. No, I have not. No. So you guys see who's in the house. Look at the Mary Cam at the top of your screen there. Look how pretty she is. She's a baby girl.
She's a good girl today.
And she's losing a little bit of weight.
Is she? Good for
Well,
her.
she lost about a half a pound. But,
Yeah, it really shows.
we got
It
a
really
snack for her
shows.
today. And so she's not sure what that is.
But she's going to
But
find out.
those of you with your, there she is, she's going to enjoy it. Those of you with your earbuds in, you don't have to worry about her. CM, thank you.
CM.
Awesome, thank you so
Oh,
much.
we don't even have our
Hopefully,
light on.
hopefully you're not going to have to worry about her barking tonight. That's a pretty color for Thanksgiving.
It is. It is a pretty color. Thank you, CM. We really appreciate
Thank
that.
you. We start the night out.
Awesome. That is awesome.
That's very nice, CM. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, so this is all. So Mary just got back in the house. We can see her now, keeping an eye on her. And you know what? It says on the packet, y'all, a long-lasting chew. She's on
Wow.
that thing like
Is it lasting?
it's lasting for her. Yeah. It's made of collagen, so she don't have no rawhide, and it's definitely very easy for her to digest. So, hey, Karen, yeah, just in case you missed it, we wanted to check in on Denver and make sure he's feeling good tonight. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
If you have a question, just put it in the chat with a Q. Let's see what.
If not, I'm going to have to share my Rondelle with everybody.
Let's share that Rondelle.
You want to share that
I'll keep it
Rondelle?
in
Hang
a
on, let me
secret.
move this stuff out of the way because
Okay.
then we'll get it.
Carol says she's used the stovepipe black and it's messy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, last
I do have a question.
Okay, let's go.
Karen has a question. How long does the putty for leaded windows last?
Well, you can add lacquer thinner to it twice and break it down. But after that, just the whole key about making the putty recipe is to, well, if you keep a lid on it, it will stay pretty good. But you can always thin it out a little bit. But eventually, you just want to get rid of it and make another batch. So when I get down to like a half a cup or something, I don't even worry about it. I scrape that right out of the bottom and make a new batch. So I hope that answers your question.
Gavin has a question.
Sure, Gavin.
How much time or where can E6000 take for small add-ons? How long should it last? At what point do you choose the other glue for UV stability?
Well, if you're going to be holding glass together, I would use the UV glue anyway. However, you're going to find that the shortwave lights don't go through red and blue. But what you'll find is that the E6000 for like eyes and stuff like that, that stuff's not coming off. If you apply the E6000 the way they tell you to, which is on both, on both pieces, allow it to set for a few moments, and then put it together, it lasts quite a long time, because we use that a lot on jewelry. So that's a good way to do it.
E6000 doesn't like to get wet. UV.
E6000 is very rubbery.
Yeah.
It's not a rigid glue like like the ultraviolet epoxies are.
Yeah. Small add-ons shouldn't make a difference, but E6000 isn't as clean as the UV, but you can't always use the UV. So
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't always use the UV. So.
There's 2-part epoxies, I guess you could use. Right?
Yeah, and some of the ultraviolet epoxy, like the 349, the 3M, the 349, that's a good ultraviolet epoxy. You just have to have the right wavelength for your lighting. That's all. So that's really good. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Those are some good questions we've had so far, huh?
Yeah. Andrew's here from South Australia.
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
So welcome.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. I guess we're going to show the Rondelle.
Yeah.
And,
Well, what we're gonna do is show this first.
okay. And keep in mind that these Rondelles will come in every color.
A lot of colors.
A
Yeah.
lot of colors.
And
if
they're
you want,
not exact on the size either. I mean, they're plus or minus a little bit. So.
if you want to see some of the colors that will be available, go to KilnGlass.com and look at our ornaments, our crystal clear ornaments, and you can see the colors available.
So you remember last week we drew this, right? So when we were goofing around in the shop, this is what we ended up with. So there are the air bubbles that I was telling you about. So, and this is the folded lip. You see that nice ring around there? So you can see the bubbles in there too. So this is an unusual Rondelle. You're not going to find these at any of your stores because these are made in Conway, South Carolina. This is a 6-inch Rondelle. This is about 6 1/4 plus or minus a little bit, but it's a little bit too thick. It's about 6 millimeters on the edge, so it's a little bit thick for what you guys need. But we were just playing around with this, and I did want to show you that by drawing it like this and then ending up with this is pretty much where we wanted to be with it. And we wanted to see the air bubble configuration on this. It's really, really a pretty road.
And you can see the mark. See that? That's our
mark. That's
our mark. Call my glass right there.
So so we'll share this with you. This is this color is called olive. This color is called olive. It's olive green. It's really pretty.
It looks like yellowy, but it's called olive green.
It's called olive green. So if you get it, go to the main camera, and I'll hold it up in the light, Barb. Go to the main camera, and I'll just hold it up in the light, and you can kind of see the how pretty it is in the light. It's actually a quite pretty Rondelle. So these Rondelles, we haven't come up with some numbers yet. They'll be cost effective for you, but we'll also have to, of course, price them so that we can make a profit.
Yeah, we'll have pricing and shipping and all that soon.
Yeah,
And
so
colors.
this is a new product
maybe next
for us.
week we'll have some colors.
Yeah, this is a new product for us, and Taylor and I are going to be working later on, in the studio tomorrow, Wednesday, and I don't know Friday. It depends on if we have company on Friday. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
then
but we
next
have
week.
classes Saturday and Sunday. So
And then next week you'll be working it.
at three days. Yeah, 3 days.
If
And then
we
we'll be
sell
ready
it.
for the parking lot sale. So they're coming to put the tent up on Friday. We'll be decorating all afternoon Friday, late into the evening Friday night, and then boom, bright and early Saturday morning, it's parking lot extravaganza. It's on.
We'll be exhausted when it's over, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
So, Pauline wants to know, hey Ed, what is the first thing you're going to eat for Thanksgiving?
The first thing I'm going to eat for Thanksgiving will probably be a taste of the dressing before I stuff the turkey with it.
Are you allowed
That'll be
to
the
do
first
that?
thing. That'll be the
Are
first
you
thing
allowed
that
to
I
do
eat.
that? I don't.
Yeah.
Are
Well, and then I don't know. Usually on Thanksgiving morning, I don't know how y'all are, but a tradition for us is for me to cook breakfast too. So we do cook breakfast on Thanksgiving morning. It's like a whole day of eating. I don't know why, but
The first thing I taste is the turkey. If the turkey's good, everything will be good.
yeah. Well, the first thing I taste is the dressing because the turkey's raw. But I have already pampered the turkey, I promise you. The
Yeah.
turkey gets a nice rub down in the morning.
Yeah. Jules said they like the bubbles. Nice touch. Yeah, you won't see
You're not going to find
those.
rondelles, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so much more sparkle, you know? If you're going to put a rondelle in there, it should sparkle. In fact, I'm thinking about putting these in my transoms in different colors. And you were going to
Yeah.
talk about the design. But
Yeah,
let's
and this
think-
one here, actually, this one here, I'm going to drill a hole in. This is a hanging rondelle.
Yeah, some of them will hang.
Some of them will be hangers. Some of them you'll be, excuse me, but some of them you'll be putting, in windows as well.
Yes, you do have to make sure the stuffing is right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let him make those decisions. That's a lot of food all day. I'm sending Denver to your house. Okay.
We don't do food all day, I promise you. One good thing, though, a great thing is that our daughter and son-in-law are coming up for dinner for the day, and I'm not sure if any of the other grandchildren are going to be here, but we'll find out soon.
Yeah, you should. Have you talked to him?
I've texted them.
Oh, you have?
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Oh, thank you, Loka. That
Oh,
is so
Loka.
sweet.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
You know what? We got to get the light dancing, Barbara.
Well, why don't you do that?
I'm going to get it dancing. Here we go. Boom, 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 ba-dum.
Okay. Thank
It's
you.
dancing. And
That's
let's go back
cool.
to Thanksgiving colors. How about
Okay,
that?
that's good.
There you go. Doesn't that make everybody feel festive? And that's why we brought home the strawberry colored glass to the orangey glass, because it's so beautiful and it reminds me of Thanksgiving. Do you have a
Okay.
question?
Yeah, Madam would like to know, I would like to make beads to use as eyes in a microwave kiln. Any recommendations on the best kiln that is big enough to fuse other pieces as well?
Well, you're limited to your microwave kiln by probably like 3 inches by 3 inches. So typically microwave kilns are used are really good for making jewelry, and they're also really good for, like you're talking about, making eyes. And I tell you, a glass that makes great eyes, if you can find it, is Wasser glass. If you can find it, Wasser glass, when you overheat it, makes beautiful eyes.
Just need a little piece, overheat it, and it balls right up, and you can.
Makes a beautiful eye, and it's flat on on one side, on the kiln side. But yeah, so I wouldn't know which microwave kiln to recommend because I've never used one. I know that Pauline uses a microwave kiln and has sent Barbara some beautiful jewelry made from it. So I would maybe Pauline can chime in and let somebody know what kind of microwave kiln you have, Pauline, please.
We do have a microwave kiln and a regular kiln on our Amazon page. And for the microwave kiln, I went by the recommendations. I went by which one had the highest recommendations at the time that I looked at them. The other kiln is one, I believe
That we've had for 29 years.
Yeah, I believe it's a Jenkin.
Yeah.
But look at Mary.
So we've had our kiln that is on our website on our Amazon shopping page. We've had the little kiln that's recommended there for 29 years, and we still use it quite often. So, the initial investment may be a chunk, but if you're considering doing other fusing projects besides just making eyes, the Genkin kiln that we specify is a 110 kiln, so you can plug it in anywhere in the house. And you can also, it's very easy to operate. It's not computerized, and it makes it quite simple to work. So
Ray put up the link to the video about drilling holes in glass. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
So you all can go to that video and learn how to drill holes in glass. And it's very easy. We've had some good compliments on it from others that have watched it.
And have drilled holes successfully. So
That was because someone asked, what is our preferred way to drill a hole in glass?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in case you wonder why I was talking about that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine because because of the way that things are set up here in our new studio. We're not soldering here and we're not drilling holes. Some things I just can't do in the studio here, but making these rondelles, y'all, we're excited about them.
Yes.
And because we really never. I knew that we had a use for them if we made them for ourselves, but gosh, guys, I had no idea y'all were that interested in these rondelles. So we're going to get busy and making these things and making them look good.
Make some in
Try and keep them around 3 millimeter on the edge so that you can use them with lead or copper foil. So.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you add that to a window? Let's get all of our questions answered.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
We got time.
Okay. All right. Let's do a glass demo. How about that?
You want to? Well, I want everybody to see the edge on this glass.
Okay, let me go there.
This is so pretty. So, you guys see this? This is a factory bullseye edge. Isn't that beautiful? I just turned it sideways because I want you to see it. So the one thing that we're going to do before we get started is we're going to get rid of this. But I want you to know that this factory edge here on this glass can be used for many different things. So you can cut it narrow like that and use it one way, or you can cut a wide strip on it and use it as the lid for a box. But either way, we're gonna get rid of this first. We're gonna square up our glass. I've got my square. This is my 12-inch here, and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure that we're on the smooth side or the top of the glass. This is the underside. See the texture, guys? Now this glass will still cut on this side, but it's going to be very difficult. So, and there's no reason for you to ever cut on the rough side of the glass, because you can cut on the smooth side, and if you need to, you want the texture up on your pattern, you just turn your pattern over and it reverses the score for you. So let's take this and let's eliminate this. And we're going to get out our Lepinette running pliers for this, because we're going to score. And remember, we only have to depress the head like that. We only have to depress the head to get enough pressure. You can have another one. To get enough pressure to score the glass. And by using my square and coming off nice and easy. And now we're going to go on, and you can see my line on top of my Lepinettes, and you can see my score. And now what I'm going to do is just squeeze, and this right here, I'm hanging on to this. This is really pretty. It's a beautiful rolled edge, and it's really, really a beautiful edge on the glass. So this is, now we're going to take this, and you know what? A lot of y'all have been watching the video where where we're using our Silbersnit 2000 glass cutter, and we've had a lot of great reviews on that video. But one thing that we've noticed is that you're buying this Silbersnit 2000 glass cutter, and we thank you for that. We appreciate it. So the Silbersnit is getting really a lot of reviews, and people are really liking it. So because this head doesn't depress, what we end up doing is we'll use our pressure just like we're supposed to. And we're going to take this like that. And I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to get my these are my Leponet grousers. I'm going to put that right there. And you see I'm not going right on the very edge because I just don't want to. And because if I do, it's going to chip that edge right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand underneath of this. I'm going to come in about 1/4 of an inch, and there we go. I just pulled down with my hand, and okay, y'all, it looks like I took my Sharpie. It looks like I took my Sharpie and drew a line right there. Look at that. You know what that is? That's the run, guys. That's the glass that has run. I've started my run, and now I'm just going to work behind it. You stay behind the run. Don't get in front of it. Stay behind the run, using your fingers as the bottom of the running pliers, and you'll pull down with your hand and away, just like that. Just under. There you go, just like that. You just chase it. Okay? Chase that run, just like that.
And Barbara Cabwell said that cut you did on the edge is great for business card holders.
Oh yeah, perfect, Barb. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so we finished up here. I'm going to have to change hands. So we finished up here because of the way we cut it. We're not holding on the edge. We're holding it right here. We're going to pull down and start it. And pull down just like that. We're just going to start it. Yeah, you know, Barb, that's really good. I'm looking at this piece of glass. You know what I'm going to do with this? Yep, it fits in the box. Somebody's going to get that at the end of the year. We're going to ship that box to you. So I put that in the box. And now what we need to do before we mess this up is we're going to square this up one more time. Here's our Silbersnit. You know what? Let's switch up. Let's try that. Let's use the Silbersnit 4000. And remember, these have felt in the bottom. You just drop that right in there. It's got a little bit of oil.
I can't see it.
I'm sorry. It's got felt in the bottom, a little tiny bit of oil. When you're done with your glass cutter, you put it in. And I am Alan said that the best thing for you to use for your glass cutter, if it's not a Silbersnit, is a toothbrush holder. Just get a plastic 59-cent toothbrush holder, and you're in. So let's try our Silbersnit 4000. So remember this. This Silbersnit 4000 is all over the internet because it's such a good cutter. So remember, when you're cutting, you turn the screw towards you because this allows the angle to be behind it. And we're
just for this cutter, then.
It's just for this cutter.
Not the Toyo.
Not the Toyo. The Toyo is different. Toyo is my personal cutter. Different. Okay? Different. So this, again, when we cut with the Silbersnit 4000, guys, we depress the head, and that's all the pressure we need. We don't need to stand on our glass cutter. I was watching a video the other day, and it literally seemed like they were standing on their glass cutter. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm glad that wheel's carbide because otherwise it would just break right off. That pin would just go away and disappear. But listen to this. I'm going to depress the head. Hear it? Depress the head, pull down and away, and get right there. And that's what you do, guys. If you're pushing too hard on your glass cutter, that could be some of the problem. Excuse me. That could be some of the problem why your glass doesn't break for you correctly or in the right way. This piece of iridescent glass is just really pretty the way it's laying there.
Robin has a question. Screw up or screw down on Toyo?
Well,
Screw up on Toyo.
Yeah, screw up on Toyo. No, don't screw up. Just cut the glass correctly.
Yeah, the screw's up.
But the screw is up, and I'll show that to you. There you go. That's it. That's me holding my glass cutter just like that. I pull these two fingers back up underneath of here, and then we have, of course, this right here. And but yeah, I just wanted to show y'all how the light acts with this iridescent glass. It's so pretty. And that's how it reacts as you walk by it. You know, a lot of iridescent glass, you don't notice it until you walk by it. It's kind of like that right there. It'll show you. Now it's going to show you what it's made of. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. That just makes you smile, all those colors. You know? Stannous chloride, y'all. Salt.
Okay, if anyone has a blah, 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 blah,
blah.
a question, just put it in the chat.
Okay, I'm going to put my cutter back in my box.
Okay. Do you want me to stay on the close-up?
No, you're good. You're good. And I'm glad that you guys, I'm glad that you like the air bubbles in the Rondelle, because I think that's going to be like our little thing. Is
Yeah,
we're gonna,
that's going to be our signature
that's
Rondelle.
going to be our signature Rondelle with the bubbles in it.
And we'll see how the guys do. What they like making is what we're going to make. And what you guys like.
Yeah, and the colors will be, you know, I was Barb and I were laughing the other day because about, oh gosh, I guess, what was it, Barb? About 1978 or 79, a amusement company from the UK moved to Myrtle Beach. And they set up all these ticket booths and everything. Well, the ticket booths all had, the windows in the ticket booths were all made from Rondelles. And there were like probably 100 Rondelles in those windows, in each individual window, right?
And we had one of the windows.
We had one of them, yeah. So we were taking those Rondelle windows out and inserting ticket booths, ticket sales areas with the, the arch cut in the glass.
Why were they there in the first place?
Because they moved the containers and everything from the UK to here. They didn't even
and
build
those were all built in the UK?
They were all built in the UK and brought them to America.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so those windows, that windows, I don't even
shouldn't
know.
have left that one to go. But how many Rondelles in each
100,
window?
probably 100.
100 in each window.
In each window.
Beautiful.
They
Every
were,
single color.
Yeah, they're like 3.5 foot by 5 foot and all different colors. And I honestly, back then, I couldn't even have told you what a Rondelle was in the 70s.
Carol said maybe next week for viewer showcase you can show us a finished piece with the Rondelle in it. Might be able to show you some Rondelle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of so many things. I don't even have time to start something else right yet.
But that's a great idea.
That's a great
Carol.
idea, You know what? Actually, we've made some Rondelles, and maybe we can find a photograph of one of them for you.
Yeah, I can.
We can.
We've
made
some
9
really
of them.
pretty Rondelles that were
blown glass,
and they were ocean colors.
Ocean colors, yeah.
And then we sandblasted them to make them more opaque.
Yeah, and Carol, that's a great idea. We really would prefer to reserve the photographs for our viewers. However, if we can find one of those pictures with the Rondelle in it, we're definitely going to make some Rondelles this week. but we'll also find that picture. Actually, you know what? That was during a home show, and that was an award-winning booth, Barbara.
Yeah, it was.
We won
That's right.
we won the trophy that year for the best single booth in the entire show. So
That was a good one.
that was a good one. So yeah, Carol, that's a good idea. Hey, and don't you forget, guys, next week is a viewer showcase. So if you haven't sent in your photographs along with a little blurb about what you did and how you got there, please do so and send it to viewershowcase@gmail.com. Did I get it right?
You did. You got it right.
Awesome.
Yes.
Got it right.
Let's see. Local wanted to know at what age can a child start making stained glass? And Bobby said her grandson started a small project at age 6, and she helped quite a bit.
Yeah, well, our daughter started what, at 11? Tricia started doing stained glass at 11?
Uh-huh. Karen said get her a yellow and purple rondelle and she'll do a window.
Okay. Yellow and purple.
We'll see.
Carol, that's awesome, hon. You don't have to
Thank you,
do that
Ray.
for us, but thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Ray put up the, oh, Carol. Thank you.
Yeah, so our I guess what we're trying to do is to come up with a line of just new things that we can offer you guys, our viewers, and to enhance your work for you.
Yeah, and you'll be getting one of a kind.
Well, you'll be getting one of a kind. Yeah, they're not going to be. They're going to have our mark on them, but they're not going to be signed or anything, so that gets in the way of working of your customers.
Yeah, but they'll be different enough to where people, I mean, they've never seen
They'll
those
scratch their
before.
head.
I don't know of anybody that's made those type of rondelles.
Not those
before.
kind of rondelles.
I'm sure they have, but no one's doing it now.
No, they're
So.
stuffing baking soda in it and bubbling it up.
Karen, you are the sweetest.
Girl,
Thank you,
what in the world?
Karen.
Hold on. Let's get that thing going. Thank you guys so much. Boy, everybody's in a really good mood for Thanksgiving. Those of you that have to travel, please be safe because
Yes,
we want to
please
see you
be
back here next Monday night for sure.
Yes, we do. We want to see you for viewer showcase, and
I'm going orange because it's pumpkin time.
it's pumpkin time.
Thank you,
Does
Karen.
everybody like pumpkin pie, pecan pie, apple pie, cherry pie? What's your favorite pie?
What's your favorite pie?
What's your favorite pie? Just a
My
question.
favorite pie, Barb, would
What's
you like
yours?
to know? Mm-hmm. My favorite pie is the one that you most recently turned me on to that I've never had until just recently. And believe this or not, guys, lemon meringue pie. I just really have this taste for it.
That's my favorite pie, lemon meringue.
And now have just switched over. I can't do pumpkin pie because of the pumpkin spice and the cinnamon gives me heartburn. And but if I'm real careful with a tiny piece of pecan pie, I can be good with that.
What do you mean you can be good?
I don't get heartburn.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't get heartburn.
Lemon pie doesn't give you heartburn.
No,
does
not
it?
at all. That's the other great thing about lemon meringue pie is
Okay.
that it doesn't give me heartburn.
We have some questions coming in.
Okay, Barb.
Emily wants to know, do you have suggestions for a gripper for the Silber Schnitt 4000? I love the cutter. I just have trouble keeping a consistent hold on it after using it for 10 minutes or so.
Okay, now I don't know what this product is called. I saw it a couple of days ago when I was doing something and I saw it, but it's a little handle that slips over the top of your cutter. It slips over the top of your cutter and fits on your cutter. Let's just pretend this is Emily. I'm gonna put this near my shirt so you can see it. So let's just pretend that this is a little handle, and this thing that I'm talking about screws onto your glass cutter like this, and then it allows you to use this to push down on your glass cutter. So it's kind of like, give me the close-up camera
like
bar.
a Thompson.
It's kind of like a Thompson. It makes it kind of like a Thompson cutter. But let me put this, here we go. This looks better. So you're kind of holding on to it like this. And this part is attached to your cutter. Like that, okay? So it gives you this right here. And it gives you the feeling of a pistol grip, but it allows you to use your Toyo, okay? I don't know what it's called. I'll look it up and I'll find it and I'll get it to Barbara. Bless you, huh? I'll get it to Barbara and we'll put it on our Amazon page for you. Give us just like a day or so to look it up and get it posted on there, because I thought to myself, wow, that's really great for someone that doesn't have a lot of strength in their hand. Right. And doesn't want to use the pistol grip cutter.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I don't know what's happening. Thank you. Okay. We back?
I'm Johnny on the spot tonight.
You are. You Mr.
Okay, so yeah, I seen that in a video. I was looking for something and I passed this and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, we'll find it. We'll get it posted up on our page for you, and we'll so you can try it out. I haven't tried it out yet. Maybe I should order one and try it for everybody.
You probably will. Magali wanted to know, does Kokomo do mouth-blown rondelles?
We were looking at them, but I don't know that there's...
yes,
go ahead,
they have
I'm
made
sorry.
them. They do make them. They have made them in the past. They're out of stock. Unless they have some other kinds in stock. I couldn't find any in stock. They may have a few, but not in the colors that we make. And
you know, the cool thing about this is with our equipment, we can make rondelles as big as we want.
Yeah, we can make big ones, little ones.
We can make
whatever.
big ones.
Okay, Jules says, safe travels, watch out for the deer playing demolition derby. Yeah, you all be really careful out there.
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, especially
and you know
deer.
what Thanksgiving Day is?
What?
It's the beginning of duck season. And Miss Mary hates shotguns at 6 o'clock in the morning. She does not like it at all. So she's being very good, and she realizes that Thanksgiving is just around the corner. And she knows it's duck season. And it's funny, guys. So like Barbara and I could be sitting outside in the morning with the sun coming up and it's not too cold. And you can see the wood ducks go. And they fly by. And then you hear boom, 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 boom. And then and the ducks come back. The ones that made it. They turn around and come back. It's kind of funny.
Poor duck.
Poor duck. So
Makes
we
me
have
sad.
our main duck around here is the wood duck, and if you're a duck hunter, you know you have to lead them quite a bit because they are moving. They're moving over 70 miles an hour when they're flying. So.
If you use copper, Julie wants to know if you use copper tubing for legs to hold a small garden panel. Any ideas on affirming the legs to it?
Well, you can, let's see, this is what I would do is, so you take here's your tubing. Am I in there? Okay.
Yes, you are.
So this is what you do. Just cut your tubing and drop your panel down in there, and now all of a sudden you have, this is in here. And there you go, just like that. So notch the tubing, and then tack solder it to your zinc if that's what you're using. And then you can cut this and fold it. You can cut the center of it with a pair of tin snip and fold it and make a nail out of it, so you can push it down in the ground. But your stained glass can go right here. I would only use like 1/2 inch copper tubing. I mean, it's going to be a little bit pricey, but that's a great way to do it. And just use a hacksaw or your bandsaw, notch that out, slide your window down inside of it, and go for it. 'Cause I think that's a great idea. And then that copper will oxidize, and it'll end up being really pretty anyway.
Yeah. Okay. We have lemon pie. We have pumpkin pie. We have lemon pie again. We have pumpkin pie. Key lime pie.
Whoa!
Key lime pie. Pumpkin. Mary Beth has a old cookbook that uses about twice as much pumpkin. So
Than
that
normal,
would
huh?
be good. A lot of lemon meringue pie. Rhubarb cream pie. I've never had that.
Never had that. Yeah. Wow, that sounds good though.
But never had it. Strawberry rhubarb. Okay. Thank you for the
Strawberry
blessings.
rhubarb pie. Ooh.
Sounds good. Mary said, ooh.
Mary said, "Wow, that's pretty nice."
Slim meringue pie. I don't know what that is. And lemon pie. Carol had a question. Okay, Carol.
Okay,
Did I
Carol.
miss you? I'm so sorry. Let's see where it is.
Oh, Carol, I wanted to ask you, how'd the mirror work out in the back of your project?
And Carol wanted to know, is there any way to keep your grousers from pinching down too hard? Sure. Feel good?
Stop it.
What's the matter?
Knucklehead. Carol, you know what? I'm not real sure. What I've found is over the years is that I only use my grousers just to hold the glass and not get down too far on it. The other sometimes too when you chip it, and I know that you're far beyond this, but I have chipped my glass before because I forgot that I had them upside down. I had the curved jaw on top, so it allows you to pull down way too far, and that'll cause you to chip the glass. But what I found is that, again, guys, I hold the glass with the grousers, and then I use my hands to actually break it. I push up with my middle finger and pull down with my hand and use my grousers to hold. So it's kind of like I know it doesn't look like that, but I can feel it in my hand, and I know how I'm breaking the glass. I'm holding it with my grousers, but I'm breaking it with my hand and chasing the run. I'm chasing the run with my finger from underneath, you know.
We got to vote for cheesecake.
You got to vote for cheesecake. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? We had a cheesecake one time that was, what was that made from? I don't remember, but man, it'd make you cry. It was so good.
I
That's
don't
how good
know.
it was.
I've had a lot of good cheesecake.
I don't know, but you talk about key lime pies now. If you're in the Florida Keys and you go to the key lime pie restaurant in Key West and get a hot key lime pie, we've taken more than one of those to our in-laws' house for
Okay,
for dessert.
you answered Carol's question, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I hope so, Carol. But and then I asked her how the mirror thing worked out on the back of her project.
How'd it work out?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Okay, Carol.
Just checking because I know that we had spoke on my email.
She decided not to use the mirror since the piece is mostly opal glass.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's opaque, yeah, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, you can always change your mind.
That's right, Carol.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, Carla says. And thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We have a couple more. Oh, German chocolate pie.
Wow,
That
that
would be
sounds pretty
good.
good.
That
Yeah,
would be
that would
good.
be good. Wow, you better get busy making that. You only have 3 days.
Yeah, we're not big pumpkin pie fans in our.
No,
in
my
our-
dad was.
Yeah, my mom used to always make pumpkin pie, and
Yeah.
she used an old recipe from an old cookbook,
Yeah.
and it was always good. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
So Taylor and I will make some different colored rondelles this week, and we'll make them without the folded lip on them, because again, like I said, this was one technique I was showing Taylor, and then it turned into let's make a rondelle and see what happens.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll try and get them so that they're basically 3 millimeter thick on the edge, maybe a little bit thicker than that. but they will be handmade, and we'll make a few with some air bubbles in them for you guys. So in order to create the air bubbles, these rondelles need to be about 5 to 6 inches in diameter, so that we can keep the bubbles right. But anyway, there's a beautiful rondelle. Can't wait to share the rest of them with you guys. And believe it or not, I have a project that I'm going to use some rondelles in too that I just got permission on, so we're good.
Okay. We didn't cut the iridized glass.
We can cut it. Do we have to go?
Well, I think we should save it for next week because we got a lot of people that probably need to go to supper, or it's up to y'all. Magali says doesn't want you to cut it.
I know Magali doesn't want me. She wants me to put it in that box.
Okay, we're gonna save that for next week.
Okay, and we'll
that'll
share
give
some
you
rondelles.
to put in the box and share it. And
Oh, and hey guys, please don't forget viewer showcase next Monday night, December 2nd, 7 o'clock, and don't forget viewershowcase@gmail.com. Send us your photographs. Let's make it happen for the 1st of December for everybody.
happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Be safe. We love you. Thank you
We
for
love
watching.
y'all. Let me see if I can find my button I need to say thank you to you guys. I can never find it.
Ending screen.
Ending screen.
Here we
There
go. Hey guys, we love you.
We love you.
Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.